Which brings us to Jeff, ready in his workout gear, ready for the exercise portion of this equation. And along with him is David Parise. So let's see what we have going on here as far as a workout is concerned. I see lots of great equipment here. So
exactly, and this is mostly about abs we're talking about today. And of course, you always hear about promises of six-pack abs. So what's your approach?
Well, there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of fitness equipment companies out there to coincide with their profitability and marketing aspect. They need to invent all these different exercises. So I hope I don't offend anyone right now, Jeff. But you see this in the gym all the time. We start with the stick twist. And the message here at Fox 61 is just because you could doesn't mean you should. The stick twist. And then all of a sudden you see someone wasting their time in the gym with dumbbell side bends, thinking that they're working their love handles.
I see that.
A whole lot of love going on here if you want to increase that. All right, here's the one that you see now, now that the medicine ball is reintroduced to the fitness industry. People will fix and sit their spine on the ground and rotate side to side with a medicine ball like this. Okay, I call this a disc pepper grinder. So basically you're just wrenching your spine. You're straining your back, you're not training. So the bottom line is these exercises are very high risk, low benefit. Because we're thinking what? Spot reduction.
Right.
And you can't spot reduce. Okay. I chew gum all day long, I don't have a skinny face.
Good point. Okay.
So you lose fat in the reverse order that you put it on. Everyone needs to remember that just because you train an area doesn't mean you lose fat in that area. Okay, so that's really the key thing.
Okay.
Now, so abs are really what people are trying, like the core is what people really try and focus on a lot of the time.
Core, 29 muscles in the pelvic area, core and abdomen training, which everyone needs to know that everyone has a six-pack. Everyone has a six-pack.
I have a padded six-pack.
Yeah, we all have.
You wouldn't know it's there, but it's there.
Yeah, you have the washboard. We just left the laundry on top. So the bottom line is,
I love these ways of putting it.
I'm stealing that one for sure.
The thing is that we have to really understand that ab training goes way beyond doing your crunch. It starts in the kitchen. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go right into the three of the best ab exercises, the top three. Now, I want everyone to know, just lay flat on your back with your knees bent.
I'll work out by watching.
Okay.
That's
okay,
my
you bend your knees for me, Jeff? Bend your knees for me?
Bend my knees.
Yep, come on up. Everyone needs to know that there is no such thing as upper and lower abs, okay? There are two separate. You can't contract one while independently to the other. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with what's called a reverse crunch. Okay. I'm going to put this ball between your knees. I'm going to have you bring your knees to your chest.
Don't drop the ball.
Okay, just hold in this position. Arms along the sides.
Along the side.
Okay, keep your head and shoulder blades and arms down. Now, very slightly, it's a very slow movement. We're going to pull your hips into your ribs. Slowly hold the contraction. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Let it down slowly. You see a lot of it. Keep going for me, Jeff. You see a lot of people doing leg lifts where they extend their legs all the way out. We don't want to do that. Every time you extend your legs all the way out here, that's a long lever arm. It stresses the low back. The abs kick off.
So that's just as far as you want to go down.
That's it. With the legs extended out and up and down, that's trunk flexion.
That hurts my back.
It's
it hurts
hip flexors,
right?
The ab mechanism shuts off.
I totally feel that.
The definition of a crunch is spinal flexion. We're flexing the spine towards the ribs, holding, letting down slowly. So that's a reverse crunch. The next one is, come on up, turn to the side when you get up.
Now these are all great exercises for both men and women. I mean, just to achieve the same thing. Okay.
Now as we do the ball, by the way, how big a ball should you use and how much tension?
When you sit on a ball, first of all, to know there's enough air in the ball, you shouldn't be able to put your thumb in more than 1 inch.
Okay.
When you sit on the ball, your femurs, legs are parallel to the ground.
So right angles here.
Yeah, if you're too low, obviously it's going to promote slouch posture and put strain on your back.
So get a bigger ball.
Yeah. Now, have a seat on the ball. You got to remember that the spine is like a slinky. It's movable at every level. So what we want to do is make sure that we move freely. So the ball is far more effective than being on the floor. On a volume knob, this is a 5, this is a 10.
Gotcha.
So the results and the regional emphasis is greater. I'm going to have you roll down on the ball very slowly with your feet. Start coming back. Hold right there.
Okay.
Okay, you're going to come all the way back.
Okay.
Now I want you to imagine if you had a tennis ball, cross your hands on your shoulders, put a tennis ball under your chin. That's proper cervical posture. You're going to hold that position. A lot of people complain about neck pain.
No problem.
Okay, that will dissipate over time. Can you go back a little more to get your shoulder blades off the ball more? And bring your feet. Walk with your feet. Keep your abdomen tight. Hold that position. When you're in the right position, you're going to feel a little tremor in the abdomen area.
Yep. Okay, it's about a 6.8 on the Richter scale. Yeah.
Take the stress off your knees, Jeff. Bring them back so your feet are right under your knees.
Okay.
Okay, good. Now, I want everybody to notice this movement pattern.
No tickling.
When you train abs, it's tension under time, time under tension. We do not count when we do abdominal training.
Okay.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to come up, exhale, hold, Hold the position. That's the whole movement.
Don't break.
I want you to look at these two paddles. Okay, there's two reasons I'm using it. If he doesn't do the exercise correctly, we use the paddle.
Okay.
Okay, no. But watch this whole movement pattern. Spinal flexion, the mechanism responsible for a crunch. Do not sit up on the ball. If you sit up on the ball, you're doing trunk flexion, a whole new set of muscles kicks in.
Are you feeling that?
Yeah, I definitely am.
Yeah.
We have only 30
Inhale.
seconds, so we got to get to the third one real
Exhale,
quick.
Yeah.
one more time. Okay, now come on up, keep it tight, come on up. Okay, you've seen this in the magazines, Pilates plank. We're going to get in a plank position.
Okay.
You're going to be on your forearms.
Forearms, okay.
Let's move that ball. The key here is spinal alignment. Up on your toes for me, Jeff. The key is spinal alignment. Make sure your hips go down just a little bit. This is called iso abs. This is working the 29 muscles that make up the core and that lumbopelvic hip complex along with the abdomen. He's holding it over gravity. This is an excellent exercise for the rectus abdominis, that long flat muscle in the front. Also, it's creating a link and support system for the low back. So it's working both muscle groups, opposing muscle groups. And he's going to, again, just hold that. And there's other things we can do as well. The bottom line in all this, bring your knees down, Jeff. The bottom line in all this is there's a company out there that says just do it. Okay, and really it's about doing it right. And again, just because you could doesn't mean you should. You all right?
Right. Oh, perfectly fine.
Coming up.
Dave Parise, Results Plus.
You have to stay like that. You have to stay like that for the whole time.
Yeah, I'll
Yes,
just be, I'll be
Yeah,
at the
just hold
coffee
it.
table.
Yes, and
Oh,
Dave,
make
thank
it-
you so much for being here.
Thank you. Make
so
it more
much.
challenging. Hey.
Now, stay there. I said, now, just because you buy a beauty product that's labeled natural doesn't mean that it really is. What you could be getting instead, and what the industry is doing to make sure that natural is really natural. And we'll also find out if the Material Girl, if she could sing at your next birthday bash, or maybe Paris Hilton can come and do a little dance with you. It actually is a possibility if you got the cash. Just how much it's going to cost to rent a celeb is coming up.
Fabulous. I'ma be real on us. Nobody got nothing on us. Girls be all on us from London back down to the U.S. We rockin' this contagious. Monkey business outrageous. Just confess.